Or not. Oh, there it goes. All right, welcome to another DaytonaHandy.com video. Today's video is from Port Orange, Florida, just south of Daytona Beach in South Daytona. And we're on a porch. It's a porch overlooking the lake. Oh, yeah. And so when I tell you the tint on these windows cooks, it cooks. I mean, it cooks. In fact, so this is tinted. Yes. Untinted. And it's unreal what I had to go through to scrape these off. And I still got to do the upper ones up there. You see the difference between the two? It is coming off in shavings. In some cases it is strips, right? But in most cases it's shavings like this. Right? It's unreal. Whew. You can see that I'm just having a heck of a time. And in some cases it's like they did part of this in, or maybe it's because the front one cooked differently than the sides. The sides actually are, even after stripped, all the glue residue stayed on the glass. So I gotta figure out how to get that off now. So I got some serious goo be gone, or goof off, or goo gone, right? Graffiti remover, see if that works. And quickly gonna pop around here. So the goal of this whole project is really not to remove the tint. The goal of the project is to paint this room, right? And so if I were to show you the outside, take a second, pop out here. I painted the outside of this building, right? It looks beautiful, doesn't it? It's an awesome color. And so that's going to get done in here. All this brown and beige is going to become that blue or teal, whatever it is. And all the metal that's brown or beige will turn white. And it's all going to get sprayed with some really good Rust-Oleum, right? And so it's all going to be, you know, prepped. I got to tape it all off, probably paper all these windows. There's a whole mess that's going to happen here. But first, got to get this tint off. And so that's where I'm at, just getting the prep done here. And there's a lot of it, honestly. If I were to do all these windows, yeah, there's a lot. It's a lot. And so when we're all done, I'm probably going to, because I'm changing the, you know, because I'm doing all the painting, I'm probably going to change the outlet covers. They're about $2 a piece, right? And I'm probably going to use some kind of white, bright white or something over top of the what will be teal when we're all done. And so, yep, some other things to note, will maybe replace some of these vents, these vent covers, right? I might pop them down and just throw up new ones. They're a couple bucks at Home Depot, and there's only 4 of them, so I'd probably replace those. Those are your soffit vents, right? Which they probably have some in the front and other places around the building. But more or less here in these type of, this is a double wide manufactured home with a porch and whatnot. And so, yeah, ultimately, all that's doing is breathing hot air onto the porch from the roof. So really, that should, this point, it should be sealed up. There should be some kind of ridge vent up on the roof, but there isn't, right? And so, yeah, when they designed this whole thing, they really should have considered what they were doing with the hot air from that space in between up top here. So there you have it. Outside of that, it looks like she's going to need a new fan. See how the blades are all drooping and whatnot. I already priced that out. It's like 85 bucks for new blades. Isn't that retarded? You can almost get a brand new fan for that. And so there you got it. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to get this all nice and sprayed up. It's all going to look beautiful when it's done. All right, I'll come back here in just a little bit. I'll show you this interior painting project, porch painting project. And it's both metal-based paint, metal painting, and plastic or vinyl painting, right? So awesome. I'll come back a little bit. I'll show you the progress I'm making. All right, welcome back. Daytona Handy, painting, interior painting, porch painting, tint removal. And so I got all that stuff off, right? And let me tell you, it was unreal. And so if you're somebody that's stripping off old tint and it's really giving you a bugger, here's some tips. First off, just stop watching all the other YouTube videos. This is the one for you. First off, I got 4-inch blades. Oops, that just closed itself. That's the ghost of yesterday past coming in. Anyway, so first thing first, get a nice handle base something, yeah, with a nice blade. Something you could kill yourself with, right? Because you might want to when you start doing this project. And just note that you're just going to have to go through, if it takes a blade per window, then that's what you're going to have to come up with. Now note, once I got the tint off, there was nothing but glue residue on everything, and that was unreal because I had to sit there and pick at it, like a pick. And I got to the point where all of these I was able to scrape those effectively, which took another blade, right? And then ultimately, Those came clean pretty easily, but there was 4 over here were unreal. It was unreal. So what I discovered is xylene. All right, so this chemical called xylene stripped it off with such ease that even the upper ones up there, I used xylene on those to clean that, and it took the glue, the adhesive right off. Now that won't go through the tint paper, right? And I think it would act really funny if you try to put xylene onto the tint, so don't do that, goofball. Just note, before you get into hand chipping, right? Get some xylene, get some heavy gloves. It's horrible. Ventilate. Make sure you're not smoking, dumbass, while you're playing with this chemical, because you will blow up. It's extremely flammable. And then, have at it, guys. That's something. So look how bright it is now. So ultimately, now I need to go. I'm going to paper everything, right? It's painfully going to take forever. And I'm going to paper the floor. I'll come back. I'll show you that. It'll all be prepped. I'm probably going to dump these blinds. They got to come down there. So they're like nicotine soaked, horrible, from like years ago, from the previous owner. And that's how old those things are. And yeah, unfortunately, buying new hardware for them, I don't know. I need to probably take them down and soak them in a bucket. Maybe I can get them to come clean. Anyway, that's my thoughts on this. I got a lot more prep to do. Take all these outlet covers off, etc., etc. And I'll come back and show you the pre-paint prep completion part. Thanks for stopping by. Daytona Beach Handy, or DaytonaHandy.com. Painting South Daytona, Daytona, Port Orange, Daytona Beach. All right, welcome back. Just a quickie. All right, don't get dizzy. All right, still got to do the upper ones. The oblongs. All right, about 6 windows up top. Wow, I got all dizzy on that. Shh, don't do that again. So yes, then paper off the floor. So that was almost a whole day, right? Papering windows. I know, it sounds crazy, but that's the fastest way to get this done. Because now I'll be able to slap up multiple coats onto this, different things, spray it, paint it, get her done. All right, interior painting, Daytona Beach. All right, welcome back, and it's done. Upper windows, all these other windows, all the outlet covers are off. Oh yeah. Oh, except for that one, I'm gonna paint over that one. That one's just a blank. That's a blank there, the cable wire. So I really just got 2 things. I took all those metal things down. I'm gonna have to cover up the fan and that light, and pull a couple of these old hooks and anchors down to make it look nicer. And then probably take down those blinds. So I'll come back here and maybe I'll show you that before I start slapping the paint on. All right, welcome back. Covered the light, took down the fan, removed the blinds. And I think we're ready. I think we're about ready now. So I'm gonna go take a little break, have some lunch, and then come back, start slapping some paint up. All right, welcome back to our interior painting project. Kilz Original Interior Primer. That's some sticky stuff, and so, boom. Wow, yeah. And so I brushed it. I was going to use spray cans and spray paint, and I was like, well, wasn't sure how that was going to go. I did it on the outside. There was a lot of ventilation outside. Inside, no breathable air in here. And so it's so stinking hot today that I just not, I decided to brush it. So after about 6 hours or so, I've got quite a nice coat on everything. Yeah. Missed a couple. And so, yep, there you go. And so ultimately, it's going to look really nice when it gets all done. It's going to be super clean. And this is the stickiest paint on the planet right here. They use this to cover up smoke and fire damage, right? And so there you have it. That's the end of day 4. Day 4. About 32 hours into this now. Yikes. And so come back here tomorrow. I'm going to cut off here and call it a day. And might come back later this evening and do something when it cools off a little bit. But there you have it. Looks really nice. I'm going to come back and show you the next step. All right, Alright, welcome back. And so, yep, got a lot of stuff done. I'm approaching almost 4 whole gallons of that Kilz. And so I still have to do all this in-between stuff, see? All these little guys inside the windows. But all the outer pieces, got 3 good coats on it. On the top there. The spot I missed. And so yeah, it's so bright white, it's hard to see some places, but I'm gonna go back here probably this evening or one evening here, tomorrow evening, and really look at this at night under a different light. But it really turned out good, and even that ceiling, that's one coat. When that ceiling was all yellowed, and so it's gonna take another full coat and some touch-ups. There's some dark spots I see here and there I want to address, but all in all, it's really come along. Those windows got done, multiple coats, 2.5 coats on that. Alright, I'm gonna probably, almost at the end of the day here, so I'm going to maybe throw something up on this beige, see if I can't get something on that. Alright, and I'm probably gonna run out, I gotta get more of that paint, so. Alright, come back here to show you how it looks. Alright, welcome to day 6. Woo! It's like got a lot of the teal up. Doesn't that look nice? Wow, that is such a great color. Really love that, huh? Yeah. Very nice, huh? Big difference. Alright. Still a couple more things to do. Still got to finish up that sealant, the second coat. Looks like I forgot to do an entire thing. Do that entire doorway. And so yeah, then I'm gonna come back and just hit these in-betweens on these windows. Rocking and rolling. Alright, Daytona Beach, South Daytona, painting interior. DaytonaHandy.com. Woo! Welcome back. And so, what a day this was. That puts us somewhere around 55 hours-ish. Maybe a little bit more. I gotta add that up again. Seems like I might have missed by a few hours on the low side, actually. And so I went and I actually, did the ceiling. And I just got a couple little places to touch up now. I went and I added, I went and caulked that crack there, right? And then I cut it in really nice and straight. Looks beautiful. Right, and I got new outlet covers. They're gonna go on there. And so I guess tomorrow is gonna be clean up all this paper, take it all down. I've gone and I touched up the blue with the teal and put the ceiling fan back up. I did actually repair it, tightened all the blades up, took the whole thing apart, and the damn thing is not working, or the power isn't working. I don't know. I haven't gone and tested power, but put it all back up and then nothing, right? And so yeah, I have to get back to that. It was awfully dirty too. And so all the blinds, they got cleaned. And so these big giant blinds, if you remember those guys right there, they got hung up outside. I got a little electric power washer, right? I've actually spray painted the little end pieces, right? Power washer out there and a little line. I don't know if you can see that wire hanging right there. That's hanging the blinds up and power washing them. I actually rinsed off the whole outside of the building here on this side just to get her nice and clean and get rid of some of my footprints out here. What a mess. This was a messy, 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 messy job. One screen went kaput, broke and snapped in a whole bunch of places. I have to fix that. Get some small miscellaneous parts here. I'm probably gonna go get a new door hinge because all I got is older parts. I think I'll put a nice new one in there. All right, come back and show you the final product. All right, welcome back. And so, yep, going and I put up about 15 tubes of caulk so far. I got another 3. So yeah, about 18 tubes of caulk. And I sealed all the little things. There was like a whole crack up there, a whole crack along that beam, a whole crack along that beam. Right now, you see that crack up there. I'm gonna be filling that in now. Get rid of that and make the ceiling blend right into the wall. You can see that's what I'm doing right there. Got ya? Much nicer. Alright. Then I'm gonna get the screens back. All the windows are done now. Gotten the whole upper piece that I needed to hit. And it's all curing up. The doors are all nice and cleaned up now, yeah. This door out here. And so, yeah, it's coming along. Approaching like 54, 55 hours. Bada bing. Get back here in a little bit, show you the next little piece of my project.